Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be episode 10 of Better Minecraft. They added in a new update to bring new stuff in, and they removed some stuff. I'm not going to cover everything, I'll cover a few points here and there. The first thing that I want to point out is they added a new boss in the overworld, Maledictus. However you want to say that, I have no clue. But this is the only new thing I believe they added to the overworld as boss-wise. I think they did add a few other things, new pillager stuff. There might be bosses for that, I'm not exactly sure. But, luckily, the one thing I want to mention is we did not actually go into any other dimensions yet, which is actually good, because they did add some updates to the Nether and all these other dimensions. So if we loaded into those dimensions, then we wouldn't really get those updates right away. But now that we've actually waited, whatever updates and changes that they added will actually be there when we load into those dimensions for the very first time. Now there's a few things in the overworld that we're gonna have to scour for now, because we've already been scouring. We're gonna have to go even farther to find new things potentially. But that will be later down the line. But other than that, let's take a look at the base and see what happened since the last time. So I did do a little path fixing up here, so I don't have to worry about a lot of snow being in my way. So I made some paths here. I also am expanding the villager book farm here. We still have our XP farm here. I did actually add another spawner down there. I crafted a stray spawner, which you can take the skeleton souls and turn it into a stray. So we did that. Every once in a while I'll dump out the excess stuff, but we got a lot of skeleton souls here. So the one thing I want to mention is we actually found the Conjurer, surprisingly. I did a lot of flying off camera to find him. And holy cow, I am so glad and happy I found him. So we are actually going to teleport there for starters on the video, and we're going to take him out. Then second off, the second part of the video is going to be focused on building a storage system underground, and we can actually access it wirelessly through a device and stuff like that. So we're going to have automation going, so my inventory system upstairs isn't garbage and I have to search for things when I can just pull up a Bluetooth device, activate what I need, craft it, and get going. All right. So like I said, I finally found this place, and it is a little bit different than what I thought it was going to be. In old videos that I looked up, this thing was pretty much all wooden, I believe, but now it actually has a stone top. So I almost got confused and didn't even realize this was it. But this is the place. So we're going to start off at the beginning here. I haven't taken a peek inside yet, so this is all first look. But luckily I was able to turn my bow into like a god bow off camera. What do we got here? This is like a Superman type thing. Pretty interesting. Admission list, blah, blah, blah. Take that. Might as well take this as well, because we're going to need more for our book farm. I don't think this guy is going to be too difficult to fight, and I think that is him. So apparently he throws bouncy balls all over the place and throws throwing cards, but I think we can take him out pretty easily with just a few arrows. I think he's dead. Oh, no, not yet. I have no idea how much health he has. Oh, he's gone. Yeah, that's crazy. We spent so much time looking for this guy. It only took us about, what, a couple minutes to kill him. So we get his hat, which decreases magic damage by 30%. We got a few more bouncy balls, which we don't really need. We also got some throwing cards, which is pretty nice. Can we even craft these? I don't think we can. We can only get these from the Conjurer. And yeah, oh, we also got the mysterious disc. So we got something to listen to. But other than that, I mean, it isn't really anything spectacular, if you're asking me. So yeah, guess we'll finish looting around the place. Got a locked up villager here. Probably free him. Oh, okay, some more bouncy balls, some cards. Probably leave the armor stand because we don't need any of it. What else we got? Anything? Looks like that's pretty much it for the Conjurer. Pretty underwhelming if you ask me, but that's pretty much it for that. Luckily we got this out of the way because apparently the Conjurer is the rarest thing in the game to find practically. Not completely, but he is one of the rarest things to find in the game. At least for this mod pack, so. Alright, let's get back to base and work on the storage stuff. Alright, made it back to base. Before we start on the storage, let's actually complete the quest. Get some XP, which is pretty nice, but... I'm thinking about making the storage system downstairs underneath my base. Like, I'll make a basement. Because I really do not want to build any more that I already have up here. So I'm probably just going to make an underground system here. I'll actually probably get rid of these cakes. Let's see, can I pick them up? No, I cannot. So unfortunately, we have to get rid of the cakes. I'll probably make a system down here, if anything. Alright, so we're going down a floor here, and then I'm just going to clear out this area, so I'll speed that up for us. Alright, well, we pretty much got the layout of our little basement cellar type area that we have going on here. But we're going to have our storage system. I know it's kind of small, but we will kind of expand it out in the corners here in just a little bit. Basically, under the stairs is where we're going to put our networking system. And then we're going to branch off into each section here on the walls and actually put our storage systems. All right, so each wall is going to hold 8 chests. So 4 large chests on this side, 4 large chests here, so 8 large chests altogether. So we're going to have 48 chests down here, large ones. Keep that in mind. And that's going to be our hard drive system, basically. Eventually, we'll probably upgrade, if need be, to other types of chests, like the nether chest, which is a single chest that can hold basically a large chest worth of stuff into one small chest, basically. So, for now, we're just going to have these 48 chests as our main hard drive system. All right, so we have all of our chests down, and we have glass on the very top, so we can actually open up these chests here. Now, the next step is actually going to be building the network system. So we're going to come down to the storage quests here, and we're going to start building network cables, storage inventory, and all this stuff here pretty much. And there's going to be a few extra things we're also going to craft as well. All right, for our networking cable, we're going to be using iron and stone slabs here. So we're going to put the stone slabs top and bottom, and then iron just on the sides here. And we're going to try to make as much of these as possible. Definitely do not want to turn these into gloves. All right, we're going to put our chests in the middle here. We're actually going to grab some network cable and string it around the sides here. And we got our link cable. All right, so we're going to orient our items just like this here. And it will get us our storage inventory. Okay, so we got our 4 crafting tables, 4 gold bars, and our storage inventory. And what this does is basically allows us to use crafting and look at the storage at the same time, which is pretty nice. All right, got our diamond, our quartz, and our network cables for our storage network route. All right, we're going to craft ourselves an ender chest. We actually found this Eye of Ender. I forget where we found it, but we found it for sure. Now we're going to craft our sea lanterns. This was actually annoying to obtain, all this stuff, but we got it. And now we're going to assemble our crafting remote by orientating everything just as is. Perfect. And that's everything we need to actually start doing the inventory network system for our chest. So I'm going to head back downstairs now. So this is kind of how we're going to orientate our network system here. We're going to place the storage inventory at the bottom. Then we're going to put our storage request table here. And then we're going to put our network route on top. You don't have to do it in this specific order. You can do it a little bit differently if you wanted to, but this is how I'm going to do it. Now we are going to take our link cables and network cables. And so the network cable is going to connect directly to the storage system. And then the link cable is going to go around back to the chest. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right, so I cleared out a backside for all the chests so we can actually route our network cables and stuff like that. The one thing I do want to mention is we're actually going to craft another set of cables before we do anything else. So the other cables we're going to want to craft are the import cable, the filtered import cable, the filtered link cable, and the export cable. You don't need to craft all of these necessarily, but if you want to advance your setup, you're going to want these as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. So in order to craft the import cables, we're going to need hoppers and network cables. So I'm just going to craft 2 sets here. So I'm going to get 8 total. All right, for filtered link cables, you're going to need observer and network cables. So I'm going to make 3 sets of these just so I can have a bunch. And for export cables, we're going to need a piston and network cables. So I crafted an additional import, filtered link, and export cable. I'm not really going to do filtered import at this time, just because I don't really need it. But now we're going to head back downstairs. All right, the first thing we're going to do is connect each chest with a filtered link cable, which is going to allow the inventory system to connect to our network. So each chest is going to get their own cable here. So we're just going to go by and connect all of them real quick. Now we are going to grab our network cables and connect these together. So once these are all connected, we are going to connect it to our network system, which is going to go into this input section here. There we go. So now our chests are connected to the network. So whenever you open this up, this is going to be the inventory system. So nothing's in here right now because we obviously have no items. So if I open up this chest, throw some dirt in here, bada boom, bada bing, our network system is working. So I can just take it out or put it back in, however I want to do that. So whenever you put it back in right now, it will go randomly anywhere into the system. So I have no idea. Okay, so we found the dirt here. That's because we do not have the filtered link cables sorted with certain items. So we come over here, we can right click on the filtered link cable and we can either blacklist or whitelist certain items. So let's say I want to ignore dirt, and I have that ignored. So anything but dirt will go in this chest, but we don't really want to do that because it will get unorganized and stuff like that. So let's say we want dirt only. So we put it as allow over here and it will be dirt. So only dirt will go in here and everything else will go everywhere else. So now we're going to have to figure out what chests are what and put certain items in each filter spot so we can actually organize the system. All right, so I have the basics down for right now. There are a lot of items to do organizing, but for now, the main organization is going to be ore here, these top two. These bottom three, I'll figure out later. This top one here is going to be wood only. The second one row here is going to be cobble and stone. Third is going to be dirt and sand. And I'll figure out what to do down here. Right now, food is going to go on the bottom, and then I'll figure out what these other three are as well. But we kind of want to keep things organized, so when we're actually trying to craft certain things, it doesn't get put all over the place and whatnot, and just keeping it organized in general is ideal. All right, so next on the agenda is making a dump chest. Basically, when we're done looting out in the world, we're going to come back, throw our items into a dump chest, and then it's automatically going to get sorted for us. So the first thing we're going to need is import cables, which is going to allow the chest to connect to the network. So we're going to come down here, put a cable just at the bottom here, and then now we're going to route a network system cable through the wall here and connect it straight into this guy, which is going to allow the dump chest to sort from here to the network into all the chests. So we're going to take our network cable, just click it on, and carry it all the way over here till we can get it to connect to the network. There we go. So now that it's connected to the network, it'll send items straight to the chest and organize itself. So as an example, I'm going to drop dirt into this chest, and it's going to transport all the dirt into the actual dirt chest down below. So as you can see, it's slowly taking out dirt. Now I'm going to come downstairs. First, we're going to look into our network system, and you can see that dirt is coming in. Now it only registers the new blocks once you exit out and re-enter, so that's the only thing there. Now if we come over to our dirt and sand, so I put dirt on the left here, we open it up, and you can see that the dirt is filtering inside of here. So we'll do the same thing with sand, cobble, and stuff like that, and pretty much everything else. We're slowly going to get this network system set up just because it takes a lot of work to get the right items organized in the right spot that you want it. The only reason why I'm not throwing it everywhere out and about is just so that our system doesn't overflow with random junk and we actually know what's what and it doesn't get confusing. All right, before I forget, the way to connect this remote to your system is you're going to want to come up over to the storage network route and just right click on it. And it should just automatically connect you. So you can go anywhere in the world, I believe. I don't know if there is a range limit on it, But all I got to do is right click on it and I have access to everything in my system. I can take out dirt, I can put it back in, and I can also craft stuff if I wanted to, do whatever. And yeah. So that's how you use the remote system here. If you don't have the resources, craft the other remote first. It's just the inventory one, so it just shows you everything. There is a type system here, so you can figure out what you need. But the crafting remote is really good because you could just craft on the fly and do whatever you want. All right, so you can put this on as a charm, and the way to access this is clicking I. So you click I and it automatically pulls it up. So you can either have this thing on your hotbar or in your charm slot. I'll probably keep this on my hotbar just for ease of access, but yep. All right, the next thing I'm going to work on is trying to set up an auto smelter system. So it's going to take coal from our storage system down below, bring it up to the furnaces. I don't know if I'll have them up here or downstairs, but we're going to export coal into the furnaces. We're going to export raw ore into the furnaces, and then we're going to import it back into the system. So I'm going to do a little tweaking around and I'll catch you in just a second. All right, so I cleared out a little bit extra room down below. So this is going to be our temporary, maybe permanent setup for smelting ore only. For smelting blocks or other things like food and stuff like that, we'll set up something else probably on this side right here. But what this is our blast furnaces here. So it works a little bit weird and differently from other mods, I believe. But basically, coal or any type of fuel goes in on the side. So we're importing coal through the side here. And any ore is going to be imported through the top. And then any of the stuff that gets smelted, so on the slot here, is going to get drawn from the bottom and sent through the pipes. The pipes look a little bit weirdly attached, but it works regardless. So it's going to be pulling to a certain spot and then it's going to be sending right back into the system. All right, so I have this one set up as gold smelting. So gold's going to go through the top. You can put as many as you want up here. It'll just go in order once it's done with this spot here. But this is going to be gold. This is going to be copper for right now, just for demonstration purposes. And obviously coal's going to the side. So I do not have coal, copper, or gold inside of my system right now. As you can see, this is all I got. So I'm going to dump these items into our system, the raw gold, the raw copper, and the coal. And it should start moving all the items to the necessary spots. Now, it's kind of weird that these glitch out a little bit, but they do work, trust me. So all the gold is in there, it's smelting, and it gets taken right out and gets sent into our system. Same thing with the copper. Now, in order for the system to work, you do have to put raw copper and raw gold inside the sorting system over here, or else it's just going to stay in the dump chest and not go anywhere at all. So once you put these to an actual chest itself, it'll go to those chests and then it'll get taken right out and sent in here. I am going to simplify things and make this one food only and this one ore only, just because you actually don't need both of these to be ore. Now, if I overflow with ore, then I will make another one on the right here. But temporarily, I'm just going to make this food and ore only, just so it's more efficient and gets in and out pretty quick. All right, so I scraped together the rest of my inventory system. It's not fully complete yet. There's still some chests up top, as you can see, because there is a lot of sorting to do since there's a lot of items in the game. Some of the items will probably not get sorted till very later down the line. But I think I'm going to wrap up the episode for now. We finally defeated the Conjurer after looking for him for forever. And we have a new storage system set up where it kind of does automatic sorting. It's only like 50% of the way there. We still need a lot of work to do, but other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.